Hey guys, it's Natalia and long time no see. Today it's literally like 8 p.m. so the sun is setting and I just decided to want to reorganize my bookshelves, and I'm actually gonna take everything off my bookshelves, I think except my K-pop shelf because I love that, but I'm gonna take off all the books off my shelf and we're gonna do a little declutter plus like a reorganization, just because I do want to do another one. I was going to not film for the rest of the month till Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month, because that's when my last deadline is, but today I just felt like taking off all my books off my shelves and decluttering and reorganizing, so I thought I could do that. Sorry if the lighting, like I'm gonna have to turn on artificial lighting. It's just, that's what happened. I spent like 3 hours watching YouTube and then I just decided, let's do it. So yeah, this is what I look like in self-isolation, staying at home most of the time. I barely ever put on makeup anymore, but I will look more presentable for my other videos that I film later on, because I do have like actually I'm gonna keep it a secret, I do have some fun videos planned. But yeah, let's just get on into taking off all my books off my shelves, which will be a lot of fun. So guys, I just finished like taking off all the books. As you can see, I still left all the other stuff on there, but that took like less than 5 minutes to do. Why do I always avoid that? I don't know. But yeah, here are all the books. I literally recently just got my dad to drop off a box of books to WeBuyBooks.com. They don't give you the most money, but I would rather get some money if I don't want to like keep books on there for sale on eBay, because sometimes with eBay it takes forever, or Depop. But yeah, I have this many books. Now let's just go through all of them and see what I feel like getting rid of. I've put my glasses back on because I can't see far away without them. But yeah, recently I've just been really ruthless with all the books I keep, and I am basically I got like a 2-month trial for Kindle Unlimited, so I've been borrowing books off there for free. So I've been reading books for free off there. And also I finally decided to start using BorrowBox, not just for audiobooks. So BorrowBox is basically a service. You download the app on any device that you have, your phone, your iPad, I don't know where else you can download it, but I know you can download it on both of those, and then you borrow ebooks and audiobooks and listen or read them from the library, and then you just return them after you're done. Because I've been reading a lot of books this year that I don't think I'm ever gonna reread. I feel like it got really dark. Yeah, the sun's definitely gone. But yeah, so I just want to borrow books and not even spend a lot of money on ebooks, because that ends up costing a lot, especially when I lose interest in the books and then I just delete them. So yeah, let's just get on into sorting out through this pile. So yeah, the sun is gone, but the sky is beautiful today. Like, I feel like since lockdown and since everyone is basically at home most of the time, the sky has been so clear and beautiful, and I just love it. Makes me so happy. So guys, I had to turn on my overhead lights, but yeah, we are just gonna get into this pile of books. Let's see what I feel like getting rid of this time around. So let's go. Guys, I have so many astrology books. Well, I say so many, I only have 5, but my favorite one is this one that I always go back to for referencing, like when I start talking with some of my friends. Like with Brittany, I started talking about astrology, and yeah, I put Selgie in here, my beautiful Selgie from Red Velvet, as a bookmark. But yeah, this, if you're looking for a book for beginners for astrology, I am thinking of making a recommendations video of of astrology books, but this is it. This is what you want because it's the best. It was a cover by Off Urban Outfitters, that's where I found it, but literally, like, the illustrations are beautiful, but this is the book that gives you the most detail about every sign and every planet. Highly recommend it, but yeah, let's continue. I feel like this series, this is the, what is it called? World Walkers trilogy by Josephine Angelini. See, the first book, you probably heard of it, is Trial by Fire. But like, I am keeping these because of this one. If you followed me on Bookstagram when I had a Bookstagram, I think you remember this book. But I don't think I'm ever gonna reread this trilogy, so I'm like, do I keep it or do I just want to keep the first book because the cover brings me joy? Like, these ones I don't really care about. Like, they make a picture, which is really cool, but like, this is my favorite, so I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because maybe, but this I'm definitely keeping. My Ella Mace books I am definitely keeping because these are my babies. I feel like this one I really enjoyed, but I feel like I'm keeping it because it cost me like £16, which is expensive for like a book like this, and I love the cover, so for now I'm gonna keep it. This one is one of the books I still need to read. Yeah, I've gone through my non-fiction books, all staying. I was really ruthless like a month ago with my non-fiction books, so I feel happy with them. Oh, this is like another trilogy that I absolutely loved. Like, the covers are stunning, but I think I read them back in 2016 and I haven't reread them in 4 years. I think it was in 2016. Oh, I don't know. These are my maybe pile because I have been thinking about decluttering them. Okay, so with this series, it's kind of similar as with the World Walker trilogy. It's the Malediction trilogy with the prequel. Ever since finishing it, I was thinking like getting rid of these two books because if I do ever reread it, like, I remember clearly what happened in the last two books, but I want to reread only this one and this one, so I think I'm gonna actually keep these two. And then, because these were already in the basket for We Buy Books, I was so close to selling them, but then I was like, oh, I don't know, it feels weird like only keeping like part of a series, but I think if only part of a series really brings you joy, keep that part. So this is going back on the get rid of pile for now. Okay, so this is another kind of like sentimental book. This is the book currently that has been on my shelves the longest, 2011. So I still lived in London. Now I live in the West Midlands, if you don't know. But I used to reread this book so many times, and now I'm like, would I love it if I reread it now? I haven't reread it in like 4 years. I think I haven't reread it since I really got into booktube and like reading a lot of new books, because before I was like, I had like 10 books and I would reread them constantly. So I don't know, I feel very sentimental to it. I'm gonna keep it for now. Fun fact, if I have to pick between the Throne of Glass series and the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, hands down, Throne of Glass. I don't know why, I prefer it. And when was this book like released? Was it 2017? I feel like it was 2017 because I remember going on holiday with my mum to Poland before starting uni. I feel so old. I started university in 2017, but I remember reading this in Poland on my holiday, and the next book is coming out in this series following like Nestor and Cassian, I think, next year, so it would have been 4 years between books, well, excluding the novella. And I kind of have now lost interest, and if you didn't know, Nestor and Cassian were my favourite couple, and I'm kind of thinking of getting rid of this. The only book I've reread in the Throne of Glass series so far is Crown of Midnight, because that's my fave, but I don't ever plan on rereading this series. Is that crazy to say? I feel like most people on YouTube and on the internet prefer this series over the Throne of Glass series. I think I'm gonna get rid of it actually. I don't feel attached to these at all. This is easy. Like, what is going on? I think it's because since reading Leigh Bardugo's 2 new releases, I'm just like, and I don't have an interest in reading Sarah J. Maas's newest book. I know, scandalous. We only have a little pile left. Also, has anyone else noticed, if you want declutter books, the smaller your collection gets, because I haven't bought a book in like over 6 months, so I'm not adding to my collection. Every time I'm getting rid of books, my collection is getting smaller. But anytime I declutter and my collection gets smaller, I appreciate the books I have so much more. Like, I'm just like, I actually love you books. So I'm done, yay. But yeah, let's put all these back on the shelves. So I'm finally done. I'm very sweaty. I always get so sweaty when I do these things. I don't know why, because I was fine before. I actually, on Evernote, am currently keeping track of all the books I own, and I've started doing this since January, but I started off this year with 192 books, and so far I've unhauled with this pile, which if I counted correctly is 13 books. I've unhauled 70 books, so in total I have 119, which is amazing. I really want to get lower than 100, just because, as I said as I was unhauling, that it makes me feel more free and makes me appreciate the books I own, like physically, and just because I've been reading mostly on my library app, and I've just been reading mostly ebooks and audiobooks, I just don't feel the need to hold books that I'm not really using. But I hope you guys enjoyed my bookshelf reorganization and a little book unhaul, and I'm glad to be back because I've missed filming videos, and hopefully I will go back to filming on my camera. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys! Bye books!